Okay, so part two. The other line feeding into this whole fascination of mine, this once I'd experienced this, I had to know, like, there's nothing else in the world I had to know. This became the organizing principle of my life. I just had to know what was that. That wasn't like, my usual idea of, using your mind sort of in the university sense. And so when I ran into John Grinder, all of a sudden it's like, I thought, hey, wait a second, here's a guy that sort of gets this. I'm not sure exactly what he's getting or how he's getting it, but it's a lot closer to what I'd experienced, and came a lot closer to making some kind of articulate engagement with this type of experience. And the thing that I think also kind of linked me to Grinder's thinking informally early on was my witnessing of people in very high performance states. I was really fascinated with these high performance states, performative consciousness, where it seemed to me that the person who was manifesting this high performance state was accessing far more processing capacity in a very coherent, organized way than people did in their sort of normal waking awareness. And other guys like Gurdjieff have spoken about this kind of thing too. So this is not news. It's probably been around, but so I am assuming and definitely projecting that probably John was witnessing people in these high performance states and was just like, wow, how are they getting a hold of all this extra mental CPU power in there and putting this to constructive use in this way that seems divinely inspired. So, perhaps these ideas of divine inspiration or divine visitation of the muses is somehow that some people have been able to get a hold of far more of their just available processing power and bring it online. That's normally been kind of this non-dominant hemisphere, maybe kind of clicking along at kind of a lower metabolic rate, suddenly gets fully on. And so that then became a long-term problem. How do we do that NLP-wise? How do we do that in a replicable way, or set up a condition where we start to move in that direction and forward that in daily practice or continuous personal practice? So, okay, I'll park that thought and then we'll move on to the next one.